Ephraim also is like a silly dove. Remember that the Ruach came down as a dove. But Ephraim is like a silly dove. Like I just said, even though they should have the spirit because Yahweh already offered it, and they have a little portion of it because of the testimony, so a little portion of the spirit of prophecy, they do not receive the knowledge of Yahweh nor the true wisdom which comes through Yahushua, and therefore are actually silly even though they are doves. Ephraim also is like a silly dove without sense, without heart. That is very interesting. Let me see if the heart is because of the literal. Yes, without heart. And that is very interesting. I already said that the last comes from Ephraim. The last will become the branch of David because Yahushua is the root of David. So when we believe in Mashiach, we become part of Yahudah. That's why in Yahushua there is no Greek nor Yahudi. We are all one. Yahushua is one with the Father. We are one with him, and he's a Yahudi. So therefore we become Yahudim, those who praise Yahweh because of what Yahushua did, even though genetically we may come from another tribe. So the last comes from Ephraim and becomes the branch of David, as we see also prophesied in Genesis 49 and many other parts of scriptures, also Isaiah 11, Isaiah 9, and Isaiah a bunch of other chapters. So without heart is interesting because we know that David had a heart like Yahweh. David is a representation of the last. Yahushua is the head of the congregation, meaning he is the brain. The last is the branch of David, therefore the last is the heart. Like the few and the many, first and the last. The few are the body, the last are the blood. The few are the body, the many are the blood. The first is the brain, the last is the heart. So that's why it says that Ephraim has no heart, because they rejected the witness like Moshe, who comes from them, but they reject him. They reject him, who is their own brother, just like it happened with Yahushua. Came to his own and they rejected him. That's why Yahushua was killed in Jerusalem, which was mainly inhabited by the Yahudim. The last comes within the nations where Ephraim is scattered, and the last comes from Ephraim as the heart, but they reject him, so they lack a heart. They have no sense, and they are silly because they reject the actual ruach, the actual spirit. Ephraim also is like a silly dove without sense, without heart. They call to Egypt, meaning they call to the false prophet, to the false doctrine. They go to Ashur, Assyria, meaning they go to the first beast, the world leader, Sennacherib and Pharaoh. They call to Egypt, they go to Ashur. Look how it says call, as in invoke the false name, the false doctrine given by the false prophet. They go to Ashur, so they go to the government for help, for salvation. The world leader, which will be the beast, represented by Sennacherib, the king of Ashur.